Hey guys, welcome back to another X-Files episode. I'm so excited. The last episode was fantastic. It has to be my favorite so far. I don't know if anything's going to top that, but I sure hope so. I have really high hopes for this series. I'm just loving it so much. Scully and Mulder are just gorgeous, and all of the little cases that they investigate are so intriguing. I am loving it. So let's get started with episode 4. It's another spooky woods. Do they always have to have spooky dark woods? Oh, I'm already scared, guys. They're gonna die. They're dead. It's not an earthquake. Maybe it is. No, it can't be. It can't be an earthquake. That's no earthquake. Okay, so I think we're back to the alien theme in this one. I think it's alien themed. So the kids are out on the lake, screaming. They're still okay. Oh, jeez.
Ruby's gone.
Kid's gone. The older girl is gone. Gone. She's been taken. Question. Question already. Why is the mother looking up in the sky as if it is a UFO, an alien UFO? How does she know that? Why would she immediately look up in the sky and assume that? I just found that a little bit strange. I don't know why she has immediately decided that, hey, that's where my kid's gone, up in the sky. Unless she has prior experience or knowledge with those sorts of beings, perhaps?
Sioux City, Iowa. That's the first I've heard of it.
In essence, Mulder is petitioning the
Taken
Bureau
from
to
tent
assign a
by
case
aliens.
number to a tabloid headline.
He must have more evidence.
Not according to his 302, he doesn't.
Oh no, Mulder.
I admit that is strange. Even for Mulder.
Oh no, he's got to have more evidence than just a tabloid. Come on, Mulder, don't do this.
Perhaps it has something to do with this.
Oh,
Take a look.
Samantha. That's his sister. Oh my God.
She was his sister. She disappeared 21 years ago. He was 12 and she was 8.
Has Agent Mulder's personal agenda clouded his professional judgment?
In my opinion, no.
But you can't see how it might appear that way.
I understand.
It just doesn't seem substantial enough to warrant an investigation.
Okay, Scully, so we disagree. It's not the first time, and it won't be the last.
Well, at least if we had a legitimate source, we could...
This is the essence of science.
What makes this case any more credible than the 100-year-old mother with the lizard baby?
Because
Guys, I gotta admit, I loved those magazines when I was growing up. Those magazines, like, what were they called? The National Enquirer or something like that. My parents used to buy them, and they were full of ridiculous stories that were not true, just weird out there stories. And it just tickles me that Mulder is reading all that kind of junk too. Of course he would. This is awesome.
the lizard baby wasn't born anywhere near Lake Okoboji.
Oka what?
Boji. Okoboji.
He's
Is that
getting
supposed to
closer.
mean something to me?
If you know anything about trout fishing or UFO hotspots, 4 sightings in 1967, August, including one by a National Weather Service plane.
The pilot took that photograph?
Try a Girl Scout with an Instamatic. Now read me the names of those Girl Scouts from 1967.
Lisa Terrell, Bonnie Winston, Doreen McAllister, Darlene Moore.
Darlene Morris, that's why she was
It's
looking
the same
up.
Darlene Morris.
That explains that beginning. That explains all that. I'm so glad that that explains why she was like looking up into the sky. I think that's a suit Scully has worn before, if I may be so bold as to suggest. She's an outfit repeater, which I love. Sustainability and all that. Go Scully.
Well, I
knew that if I screamed loud and long enough that someone would listen. But I never expected the FBI.
He's thinking of his sister. All the things his sister won't be able to do.
Kevin has been acting so strange. It's just like it was before.
Summer of 1967, the Girl Scout troop.
They took her, didn't they, Mr. Mulder?
He can't say yes or no to that.
You said that Kevin was there the night it happened?
Yeah, he can't confirm or deny if the aliens took her, but of course he thinks yes. What's he writing? Oh my god. He's got pages and pages of that stuff.
It's coming from there.
The TV?
I can't see the pattern. That's
I don't know what
so
it is.
amazing.
Maybe a binary sequence of some kind. Could be anything, could be nothing.
Darlene's little girl was no prom queen. I can't count the number of times I pulled her out of parked cars or found her puking her guts out by the side of the road. It was just a matter of time before...
Before what?
Before something bad happened to her. And if Darlene needs to make up crazy stories to get past that, fine. But don't tell me to treat it as the truth. I'm not going to waste my time.
Oh, what's that? I'm across the street. Follow me. Who's written that?
You're looking for Ruby, right?
That's right.
It was Greg. She was supposed to see him that night.
Who's Greg?
Her boyfriend, Greg Randall. Greg got Ruby pregnant. Gonna leave town.
Leave town.
That's what Ruby told me.
No, look, it's nothing to do with Greg. Come on. She's been taken. I think that she has been taken. It just makes so much sense that she has been taken by the UFO. I don't know why, guys. I'm just such a believer in this nonsense. I truly am. I am not a Scully at all. I am a silly Mulder. But I think she has been taken. Her mother is right. Her boyfriend Greg, yeah, she may have been pregnant, but Greg had nothing to do with his disappearance, as they'll probably find out. I think they'll go there and he'll say that he was meant to meet up with her, but nothing happened. I wonder why they would take the girl and not Greg, because maybe he was there and he saw something. Maybe he got taken as well at the same time, but they didn't want him. They sent him back.
You know where we can find Greg Randall?
Greg called in sick about 3 weeks ago, man. I haven't seen or heard from him since.
What?
Any ideas where he might have gone?
No, but if you find him, you tell him he's fired.
Hey, that's a nice tattoo. What is that? You don't really believe in that stuff, do you?
I take it you don't?
No, I think it's all just a bunch of crazy people howling at the moon.
You should ride with you sometime. You might see some things that'll change your mind.
Oh, what?
Get a killer sunbird in the middle of the night.
They got to go check out this lake. I'm actually surprised they haven't been there by now. That's incredible. I love like Scully's face. I think she's going to be a believer eventually. She's going to see things she can't explain. Who's that? Oh my goodness, that's on her door. That's just Mulder. That's probably just Mulder. But why would he do that? Just try and open her door. It's weird. Oh my god. What?
Where's Mulder?
Who are they?
Where did you get the document?
What?
If you explain to me what you're talking about, maybe I can help you out.
What document? Oh.
This is a document? Just looks like a bunch of ones and zeros to me.
Tell me where you got it. It's a defense satellite transmission. Just a fragment, but highly classified.
Well, sure, I'll let you know as soon as I find out.
That's it, Mulder. You just bought yourself a one-way back to Washington.
He's so tough, he doesn't back down.
You shouldn't have told them. They have no jurisdiction.
Mulder, they're NSA. They think the boy may be a threat to national security.
Come on. How can an 8-year-old boy who can barely multiply be a threat to national security?
Does Mulder think that Scully told? I don't think that she would have. No, she wouldn't have, but he blamed her in that instance that she told them. No, she just wouldn't. She would not go behind her partner's back and give the evidence to somebody else. I don't really understand what's going on in this part. Obviously, people from the FBI have come down all this way to question Mulder about that document that the little boy has written with the binary of the defense signal. That's been broadcasted on the TV. The little boy has had nothing to do with it. He's had some sort of interference in his brain from the UFO, and that's sort of causing what he's doing. But the little boy is not a bad player in this, obviously. I really doubt that Scully would have gone behind Mulder's back, but now I'm worried that he thinks that she has, and that's going to change his opinion of her. That'll make him distrust her. They're searching the little boy's bedroom. Why? These people are creeps. They're disgusting. Why do that? Disgusting. Just ransacking a little boy's bedroom. They're taking them? Are you joking? This is terrible. I don't like this. That's not fair. That's not fair. He's found it now. He's found the documents. Look at that. It's disgusting. Come on.
You guys do really delicate work.
When we downloaded the data, we found an amazing range of, well, see for yourself. Da Vinci's Universal Man, a DNA double helix.
Almost like someone's switching channels, huh?
Okay, I've got to admit, this one is a little bit lost on me. Like I've mentioned before, I'm not a big UFO person. I don't have a lot of knowledge about aliens or UFOs or anything like that. I don't watch a lot of supernatural alien things, so I'm not really sure what he's implying. Like, who's switching the channels? The aliens? Are they searching for something, or is the channels like switching in the little boy's head? I don't know, but this one really has got me stumped. I mean, obviously the girl has been taken by a UFO, by an aliens. I know this. Even though Scully wouldn't believe that, I believe it. She's been taken. I don't know where the boyfriend, Greg, is. I think he's been taken too. I think they've both been taken. I think at the end they'll find these people, probably with burns and disfigurement like the guy at the bar, and maybe with their memory wiped so they don't know. But apart from that, I don't know how they're going to solve this case, honestly.
And I want you to leave us alone.
But your son has seen something.
You stay away from me, and you stay away from my child.
He's getting info through the TVs, through the screens. That's how the info gets to him, through screens and broadcasting channels. The channels that he sees tells him something else.
The boy is the key, Scully.
The key to what?
Finding Ruby.
Mulder, I know what you're thinking.
Oh, hang on. I know what he's thinking too. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is all making sense now. The little boy essentially was him back then, and Ruby, the girl, is like Samantha, his sister. I think that he thinks that he's been touched in some way as well, that surely that Mulder must have this conduit power. But maybe all UFOs or aliens don't work that same way. Maybe that hasn't happened to Mulder, and if it did, he surely would have known by now. But this whole case must bring back so many memories for him, because it's just the same thing, the same scenario all over again. It's just his sister, but in Ruby this time.
I know.
Exactly.
But there is no evidence indicating an abduction.
That's why we're going to Lake Okoboji. Have you noticed the tree line? Do you have any idea at what temperature sand solidifies into glass?
Oh, wow.
Something was out here, Scully. Something hot enough to turn sand into glass, to singe those trees, and to blister the roof of that camper.
Oh, what's that? A wolf? Oh my gosh. Oh, that's a grave. That's a shallow grave or something, isn't it?
It's a grave.
I know what they're going to find. They're going to find
Oh,
Greg.
by the smell of it.
Mulder, you are disturbing a crime scene.
Doesn't care.
Stop.
What if it's her? I need to know.
I don't know if she's just going to let him do that. What does he mean? What if it's her? In so many ways in that sentence, I feel that he is both referring to Ruby and his sister, because he has sort of connected them both together. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but he is taking what he experienced with his sister and sort of drawing parallel lines with this Ruby. But in that grave, it's not going to be Ruby. I don't think so. I think it's going to be Greg, the missing boyfriend. But then who put him there in that shallow grave and covered him with rocks? Maybe it is Ruby. That's just my guess. It's going to be Greg. That's a boy.
Looks like a male Caucasian.
It's Greg.
Victim's name was Greg Randall.
Dr. Jack Fowler.
Look at that. It's her.
It's the same
Girl from the library.
same writing.
Who?
We didn't get her name, but she claimed Greg and Ruby had run off together.
I don't think this girl had anything to do with it, but she knows more than what she's told us.
We know that you're the one that's pregnant, not Ruby.
You don't know nothing, do you?
We can prove it, Tessa.
Oh.
And we can prove that Greg was the father.
I was nowhere near the lake that night, okay?
Sure you were, Tessa. You knew they were meeting, so you sat there and you waited for them. You sat there and you waited, and when they showed, you killed him first. Isn't that how it went?
No. I didn't kill her.
Where's she buried,
She
Tessa?
didn't. She didn't.
I don't know.
You don't know where you buried her, Tessa?
I didn't kill her.
You didn't.
She wasn't even there that night.
Well, how would you know that, Tessa, if you weren't there yourself?
Oh. This is why I'm not a detective. Because that's awesome. Props to Mulder. Good job. I was actually quite intimidated by all the slamming on the desk. I was a little bit, I don't know what I feel about that. But no, I don't think Tessa did kill any of them. She certainly didn't kill Ruby. I mean, maybe she killed Greg out of jealousy, but I think the UFO took Ruby. I don't know, guys. I don't know how to explain this one away. It's so interesting, though, but I don't know how this is going to end up. Let's just keep watching.
It's over, Mulder. It's time to go home and turn this over to local law enforcement.
I can't do that.
Mulder, stop! Stop running after your sister. This won't bring her back.
Come with me or don't come with me. But until they find a body, I'm not giving up on that girl. Mrs. Morris?
Oh, where are they now? What's happened?
Kevin?
They've left. Hang on, what does she see? What does she see?
It's her.
What is that significance of that picture that the boy has drawn? If they run through those documents somewhere, will they find a location? Maybe that pinpoints the location that she is in. He's gotten that information from the televisions, and it's uncovered an image of his sister drawn in binary. They said, has the aliens broadcasted that? I don't know, guys. I can't figure this one out. It's really intriguing. What is she doing? What is she doing?
It's here. I saw it.
The little boy must have been drawn out here.
Kevin!
That is what we think it is, isn't it? No. It's not. Right.
She's back.
She's back.
She's here, I know it.
I know how much you wanted it to be her. I did too.
What? She is back. She is back. How?
Ruby!
She's unconscious, but she's still alive.
How?
I'll get help.
How did this happen?
Except her white blood cell count was sky high.
By any chance, was there an attendant reduction in the lymphocyte population or release of glucocorticoids?
Actually, both. How did you know that?
They're symptoms of prolonged weightlessness. Shuttle astronauts have reported similar imbalances.
Interesting. She was taken. Will she have any idea what happened to her?
I'm not supposed to tell. They told me not to say.
Who told you?
Sweetheart, you don't have to say anything. I don't want her talking to you or anyone.
She should be encouraged to tell her story, not to keep it inside.
All of my life, I have been ridiculed for speaking my mind.
But it was the truth, Darlene.
Yeah.
The truth has caused me nothing but heartache. I don't want the same thing for her.
I get that.
It doesn't have to be that way for Ruby.
There must be so much going through Mulder's mind right now. Happiness and relief that Ruby is back to her family. But also there would be a lot of sadness and disappointment and envy that Ruby came back and yet Samantha, his sister, has not. It would be very hard to not compare this story for him and to wish that perhaps even that it was Samantha that came back and not Ruby. Hypnotic regression therapy.
But your eyes are open?
Yeah, they're open.
Try turning your head.
I can't.
Can you see your sister?
No. She's calling out my name over and over again. She's crying out for help, but I can't help her.
Are you scared?
I know I should be, but I'm not. Because of the voice in my head. It's telling me that no harm will come to her. And that one day she'll return.
Do you believe the voice?
I want to believe.
Oh my God, I've just got goosebumps. I've got chills after that. I want to believe. Oh my goodness. Oh, I've got goosebumps. I've got this awful feeling, this weird feeling right now. That is absolutely amazing. Oh my God, I've got goosebumps literally on my arms and legs. Wow, guys. That was epic. That ending there, I want to believe. The regression therapy that Scully is listening to. Does he know that she's listening to that? I don't think he does. I don't think he knows any of that. She's doing that behind his back. She wants to know more about him. She wants to know what's happened. Her doing that, her listening to that therapy session, is that her trying to understand him? Is that her trying to believe him and believe what he's been through and his world? Has that got anything to do with that? And then at the end there, Mulder in church, obviously so distressed about his sister. And yes, she is still gone, but Ruby came back. But the voice said that no harm will come to her and one day she'll be returned. Are we going to see that? Wouldn't that be epic? That would be amazing. I did actually have the thought that one day we would see Samantha again. I have this feeling that maybe Mulder gets taken into an aircraft or something, a UFO, and Samantha will be there and maybe they'll come back together. But oh my God, I want to believe. Are you kidding? I love that. I love that so much. This episode was back to the UFO style episode. I get what you guys mean now by how you say that some episodes are based on that and some are like Monster of the Week episodes like we had last time with Eugene Toombs. Jeez, I really enjoyed this. I'm not sure if I would say that the UFO alien ones are my favorite, but I love the deeper meaning behind them with Mulder and the search for his sister and his feelings for his sister. This was just really, really deeply emotional there at the end, which I loved. I loved seeing those emotions come out for him. It's still so deeply affecting him to this day, which is totally understandable. My goodness, yeah, this episode was really very interesting. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really liked it. I will see you again really soon for the next episode. It's been a wild ride so far. I can't wait to see what's next. Have a great day, guys. Bye.